thing was, if I could make the top 5, I'll be the happiest guy in the world. When we came out for the muscularity, because the first round, I didn't get called out to like the third, fourth call out, something like that.
I heard it was third. I heard it was third call out, Ronnie. Third call out. Yeah,
like third. So I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be tight for me to make the top 5 and being in the third call out. And then the muscularity round happened, and I was in the first call out. I'm like, okay, if I don't make the top 5, being in the first call out, in the muscularity round, and something is really wrong with this show. Something ain't right. So I kind of relaxed a whole lot because I was like, okay, I think I got it. So I'm gonna just relax and have fun with this. And that show I did kind of engage in audience participation because, like I said, they were calling my name. I was having fun. I was gonna finally, make my goal of making the top 5. I was gonna finally achieve my goal of making the top 5. So I was relaxing, and having fun. Because I remember me and NASA was barking at each other. Me and Flex was, having fun with each other. Kind of like looking at each other's body and stuff like that. Flex he would call us out and he look back there at my glutes and then he look at his glutes and try to cover.
Yeah.
So we were all like having fun up there, because I'm like, I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm making the top 5. This is the best, best show of my life. This is the best time of my life right here. So I was relaxed. I was having fun. I was engaged with the audience, because like I said, they were like calling my name. And then after I won, I'm like, oh, this I'm a different person now. I gotta be focused on winning every time I step out. Now I can't be playing around with the audience and all this kind of stuff. I can't be engaged. I gotta focus on what I gotta do.
Ronnie,
what I gotta do.
Ronnie, for that Olympia, when did you think? I know because you're saying you were third call out in the symmetry round. When do you think the judges and the audience really started to take notice of how you were looking? When did you feel like a bit of a shift from, okay, am I going to make top 5 to, okay, I think I could win this? When was it? When do you think that was?
No, I never thought that.
Oh, really? Not even until the names were called?
I was thinking, maybe 4th, maybe 3rd if I'm real lucky, but no higher than 3rd for sure. I never ever thought I was gonna win.
So who did you think? Who did you think 1 and 2 was? Who do you think the 1st and 2nd were going to be?
I was thinking Flex and NASA.
Oh, Flex and NASA.
I was thinking Flex and NASA. Yeah, because NASA's gotten 2nd a couple times, I think, which is like Dorian. When he was there. Flex had gotten 2nd. And Kevin had gotten 2nd also. So I'm thinking these are Flex. I mean, it's going to be Flex, NASA, and Kevin, and I was going to be somewhere after that. But when they call, NASA for like 3rd, I think, and Kevin for like 4th, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm gonna get 2nd now.
Yeah.
'Cause I know I beat Flex. They've already told him he was gonna win.
Yeah.
He's already been paid the guest pose at the show. Be the winner, and leading up to the show, and that's what everybody was saying.
So we come down to Miss Olympia. I'm like, man, if I can make the top 3, this will be better than a dream come true. Because I know I never win. Because, like I said, I just got in this sport just to keep my free membership to the gym. Leading up to the show, everybody already gave it to Flex. So I'm like, okay, at least I got 2nd. So I'm still just as happy as I can ever be.
In 2nd place.
So all of a sudden, Wayne calls out Flex Wheeler name for 2nd. I'm like, did I just hear that right? And I'm like, yeah. And the first thing I did was collapse.
Flex Wheeler.
Well, Flex had already gotten 2nd like a couple times, So this was his moment, to shine and finally take the crown after placing 2nd all the time. So I knew in my heart that I was going to get 2nd. I mean, 1st was totally out of the question.
Yeah.
Totally. I didn't even imagine. I didn't even consider it.
Yeah.
Not even consider. Even when me and Flex were standing up there together, I'm like, I got to say.
Yeah.
And that's just weird.
So we all know about when you.
So when they called,
yeah.
and I collapsed. I don't even remember what happened until Vicky came up on stage and picked me up.
So I know, obviously, when Vicky Gates came and picked you up, and I mean, we spoke about what Flex said to you when you were on the floor. Like when you stood up, when did it really hit you? When were you like, oh my God, I've won the Mr. Olympia?
I think that it kind of hit me like when Vicky came up there and helped me up, and I came to my senses a little bit. You know, Flex had got the second place and walked off stage, and I'm the only one there.
Yeah,
that's when it kind of hit me. I won.
Yeah,
but you know, when they called Flex for second, I was out of it. I don't remember nothing. I don't know. I don't even know where I went.
What about when you woke up the next morning? Ronnie, what about when you woke up the next morning? Were you thinking, was this a dream or was it?
I don't even think I slept.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
I don't even think I had so much adrenaline flowing within me.
Didn't sleep.
I don't even think I slept that night. I don't even remember sleeping. I remember, you know, like going to parties and eating all this food, you know, and I was just too hyped to sleep.
Yeah.
I couldn't even fall asleep.
I interviewed Flex Wheeler, your friend, the other week, and he was talking about the 1999 British Grand Prix when the two of you were weighing 256 pounds on stage. And Flex said that was when he felt he was the closest to you on stage. Tell us about that.
Yeah, and then I thought he was actually going to win that show, too, because they had called Flex for the center position. And I'm like, oh, man. At least I won Olympia.
No, because he filled out by 10 pounds. He said he weighed 246 at Olympia. Then at the British Grand Prix, he said he just filled out and dried out, and he was 256. And you said to him, "I'm 256 as well." And he was. Yeah. Was it a bit of a nervous moment? That one, with it both of you looking so good and you winning the Olympia and not wanting to lose the title, the win. Yeah. So was that a bit of a nerve-wracking moment with obviously having won the Olympia, second Olympia, bigger and better.
Just after I won the Olympia, and I was, the Olympia champion ain't supposed to get defeated like a week later, you know. So yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking for me. Yeah. But at least it was Flex, and Flex and I have always been real good friends, and whatever. So it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I mean, there's some people who say that the 1919 Olympia look was your best ever look, in terms of aesthetics and mass and everything. Do you feel that you looked better at those post-Olympia shows or not as good? Because obviously Flex got better from the Olympia. And I remember seeing the pictures. I was at that show. And I remember thinking, you look... Did you think maybe even look better than you did at the Olympia at that show?
Yeah, of course he did. Actually, he had told me some direct I gave him that helped him out a lot. Me and Flex have always helped each other out a lot, coming up, during our competition days. So yeah, I really didn't think too much about it. I'm just trying to help him out because he's always, yeah. But he did look a whole lot better than he did, at the Olympia. Like I said, it's kind of hard to tell where your body's going to peak sometimes, in this bodybuilding. You try to get it, you can only peak like once a year. I found that out the hard way. If you don't peak at one show, then sometimes you'll peak at the next show. Yeah. And I think that's what happened to him. Because me and him back in 1997, when we were going, toe-to-toe at each other, I remember beating him at the Canada. Mm-hmm. And but next week he beat me. And I'm like, man, how did this happen? It's only a week apart. Yeah. I just beat him last week, and how you gonna come beat me this week? I was so upset about that. I'm like, okay, I guess, like I said, the body peaks at certain times, and maybe he peaked better than me at that show a week later, but You know, I didn't think so, but
Yeah.
that's the way it was. And I guess that's just the way it is sometimes too. You know.
You've just said there it's you can only really peak once in a year. Do you think doing the 2001 Arnold Classic nearly cost you the 2001 Olympia?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, like I said, I picked at the Arnold that year.
You were
know,
shredded.
And then I tried to do it again to Olympia, and it wasn't happening. No matter what I did. You know, I did everything I always ever did, getting ready for a show. But this time, since I'd already peaked at the Arnold, my body was not cooperating with me no matter what. And like I said, it almost cost me the Olympia.
Yeah.
And I learned a very valuable lesson.
What was that, to not do any more shows than the Olympia beforehand?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The body on it once a year, and that's it. So if you wanted to peak at the Olympia, then you just do the Olympia, and that's it.
I mean, I think is the Olympia and Arnold Classic look were completely different. It was like two completely different bodybuilders. I mean, what were you, 245 at the Arnold, and then what you must have been 270 at the Olympia that year?
Exactly, because I couldn't lose the water. You know,
okay.
I had to, to be honest with you, I had to drink a gallon of water before I got on stage.
Really? Why?
Because I was exhausted. You know, I was trying to dehydrate my body like I did at the Arnold Classic.
Yeah.
But having that, you know, I fainted the night before the show. And I never fainted, you know. I remember to this day, I did a whole bunch of appearances that day. I had to do a radio show. I had to do some photo shoots in my room. You know, I had been doing all this media stuff leading up to the Olympia. So I'm in the room the night before the show, and I'm tired, you know, but I'm getting ready to go to bed, but I still had to put on my tan. So I'm standing there in the mirror while my girlfriend is putting my tan all over me. And all of a sudden, you know, because I was so exhausted and so tired, I just fainted right there in the room.
Oh, my God.
I fell backwards in the tub. The tub caught me, you know.
Yeah.
That was, you know, I was in the bathroom. I was standing in front of the mirror, and behind the mirror, in front of the mirror is the bathtub. I fell backwards into the bathtub.
Oh, God.
That's kind of like what saved me from hitting the floor and stuff real hard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what happened? I had some friends in the room at the time with me because, you know, we were still talking to each other. And everybody was getting ready to go to bed. So they, you know, we were saying our goodbye before the show the next day. And they like, dude, you fainted. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know how to do it. And so the next morning, I wanted to get out of bed. I couldn't move. I could not move. And I'm like, something's wrong. I went to stand up. You know, I sat by the edge of the bed, and I went to stand up, and I fell back down in the bed again. I'm like, man, I'm still tired from last night from fainting, you know. And then all of a sudden, I got real sick. A real sickness come over me. Like my body was like something ain't right. You know, I felt real bad. I didn't feel good. You know? It was like I was hurting.
Yeah.
I was, but I wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, why am I in all this pain? You know, why my body is hurting? I'm like, something's wrong. I'm like, I'm going to the hospital. Because I feel like, you know, I feel awful. I mean, I felt real bad. I've never felt like that before. You know, when my body was hurting and all this pain, I wasn't doing nothing.
What was it? What was it, Ronnie?
I was exhausted.
Just tired.
So I called my nutritionist. I'm like, Chad, hey, man, I'm feeling real bad. I say, I'm tired. I can barely move. I'm going to the hospital, and so they could, you know, see what's wrong with me. He's like, no, don't do that. You don't work too hard for that. Because it was the morning of the show. He said, just grab a gallon of water and just drink it.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. So after I drank that gallon of water, I felt a whole lot better. It was like night and day. Just like that.
So it was dehydration, you think?
So, Yeah. I was too dehydrated, to go on stage, to do anything. So by this time, I felt good enough to do the show. So I'm like back to normal, but I'm holding water because I just drank a gallon of water. So I just had to go out there just like that, because it's either go out there like that or go to hospital and not do the show at all.